What's going on, you guys? This is Ryan from Whatfix here, and I know I made a video to this a little while ago of my WrestleMania dream card. This is going to be a little bit different. Rather than a card, this is just going to be a short list of matches that I either want to see in the future or I would have liked to see in the past. Starting things off, we've got Samoa Joe taking on Brock Lesnar. This is more on the list of matches I'd like to see in the future, and I think eventually we will. One of the complaints I have about Brock Lesnar is that they've built him up so much to a point where he's almost unbeatable, and I think the only person that could beat Brock Lesnar is whoever's going to be their next top guy, whoever the next number one guy is going to be, and I don't even think they have that guy yet, and I don't think Samoa Joe could beat him. However, match-wise, I think this would be really awesome. Just a mix of their brutal styles would be cool, and whether or not it's a WrestleMania match or whatnot, I still think this match would be great to watch, and I think it's a match a lot of people want to see. Then we have John Cena versus The Undertaker. Now, obviously, I would have most definitely preferred this to be a WrestleMania match, and I also would have loved this if this would have taken place before the streak ended. I think it would have been a lot more interesting before then, because honestly, I think I'm with a lot of people when I say that before Brock ended the streak, the only person I could ever see actually defeating Undertaker at WrestleMania would have been John Cena. So before WrestleMania 30, I think this match would have been fantastic to see, and I think every near fall would be crazy, and people would just be going nuts to see this match. The match itself, we've seen it before, but not really with this new John Cena and the older Undertaker. This would just be great. You got the battle of two icons, two of the greatest of all time, and I mean, I'd love to see it. Then we have Daniel Bryan taking on Kurt Angle. I could be incorrect here, but I believe following Kurt Angle leaving the WWE in 2006, he was going to wrestle Daniel Bryan. I'm not sure what promotion or where, but I'm almost positive I remember reading somewhere a little while ago that Kurt Angle was going to wrestle Daniel Bryan, and then he ended up signing with TNA, and of course Bryan would later on go to WWE, so they just barely missed each other. But when you think of, honestly, the top 5 best in-ring performers of all time, you can argue, well, I think Kurt Angle is definitely on there, but you could also argue that Daniel Bryan would be on there. Both their technical styles would mesh together really well, and it could be one of the greatest in-ring matches of all time. If you guys remember when I did my draft a little while ago, there's a reason why I picked both these guys and to feud for the Intercontinental Championship when I did the draft, is because I wanted to see this match really badly, and of course with Bryan retiring and Angle at his age, I don't think it would have been the same had we seen this much earlier on, around 10 years ago or so. But this is a dream match that we can only speculate on how good it would be and who would win. Then we have Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose reminds me a lot of a guy like Edge, who is just a little bit unhinged, and I know that's kind of played out with Ambrose, but just as a match itself, it would be very awesome. And the promo battles, just the trash talk between each other leading up to the match would just be awesome. It's something I of course, would dream about seeing. Edge is one of my favorite superstars of all time. Ambrose the same. Unfortunately, we won't be able to see it because Edge is retired, and we can only dream about how freaking awesome it would be. Second to last, we've got CM Punk taking on Kevin Owens. I'm not sure if it is just me, and maybe it is, but Kevin Owens reminds me a lot of a guy like CM Punk. And by that, I mean Kevin Owens is a guy who he doesn't come across as trying to portray anybody else but himself. He comes across as just himself on television, and I think that's one of the reasons why a lot of people got behind him. And one of the main reasons why, of course, we got behind CM Punk is because there seems to be an element of realism between both of these guys when they were on television. They're both great and fantastic in-ring performers, and are both great on the microphone, just like the Edge and Dean Ambrose match. I feel like just the build to this match would be freaking incredible, and it's a dream match that I definitely want to see. And I think it could also be up there with Bryan and Angle in terms of in-ring quality and which one would be better. If Punk does ever come back to the WWE for just one last run, I think Kevin Owens would be the guy that I want to see him face more than anybody else. And finally, we've got Seth Rollins and Shawn Michaels. Just everything about this match, every single aspect of it would be great. The build, just like the other matches, and the match itself would be phenomenal. Shawn Michaels, you can argue, is the best wrestler of all time, at least in my opinion, that's what I feel. And you can also argue that Seth Rollins is currently the best in the world, and pitting them against each other would just be great. There's a lot of rumors that Shawn Michaels has now been training people at the Performance Center, which just means he's one more step away from being in the ring. Who knows, maybe he's getting an itch again to become back in the business, and they've already got an underlining story between Seth and Shawn, who have already had confrontations beforehand when Seth was in the Authority. And if he is coming back, right, just like in the Punk situation where if Shawn Michaels is having one more match, Seth Rollins is the guy I want him to face the most. So tell me what you guys think, what matches you would love to see. I'm sure I'll be doing another one of these because I just missed a lot of guys like Styles and Balor, and I think I'll just save that for a different video. Let me know what you guys think of these matches, what dream matches you would like to see, and as always, stay tuned to the next one.